What about your large-scale cloud storage services like AWS, like S3? Amazon offers a number of really good features that can take care of the logging and monitoring issues for you and make this a lot easier. If you've worked with AWS before, I'm sure you're familiar with Amazon CloudWatch and CloudTrail. These basically cover the resources and API access for all of the pieces of Amazon infrastructure that you're running, and they contain a wealth of data that can be very, very useful in the case something goes wrong or something's just not working correctly. This is not really enabled by default, though. That is something that we do need to keep in mind. It's not difficult to turn on by any means, but you do have to go in some cases and specify the exact pieces of infrastructure that you'd like to have logging available for, enable detailed monitoring, set up log storage. So there's a couple steps that you have to go through. Again, this is not an impossible task. It's not even a hard task to do, but it is a little bit time consuming and something that you will need to keep an eye on. Also, visibility can come at a price, and this Amazon is not the only company that does this. This is common in a lot of online storage systems. But a majority of organizations lack visibility into their cloud infrastructure security and compliance logs because of difficulties getting these pieces out. In Amazon's case, you have to enable detailed monitoring, which then starts charging you for space inside of S3, and this can become very, very expensive if you're not prepared to make that investment. So again, keep a tab on how much data you have. This is usually charged by the gigabyte. That can cause problems for you moving down the road if you're not prepared for how much that actually costs. We also want to budget for security features. It's one thing just to have the data stored somewhere. We also want to be able to act on it and analyze it quickly. We'll use Amazon again as the example here. Amazon offers a really nice service called Amazon Detective, and this is constantly being updated and tweaked to make it a little bit more efficient and useful. But basically, it looks at all of the aggregate log data that you have in place in your S3 infrastructure, and it can kind of correlate those logs together and start giving you automated alerting as to when something bad might be happening. So we're talking about CloudTrail logs, VPC flow logs, guard duty findings, which are other automated alerts you can enable. And the alerts that they give you are actually very, very helpful. They can not only tell you if there's an attack happening or something, somebody trying to break into the network, but even if you just have a poor configuration or something that's making your experience not optimal with the services. Again, this does charge by the gigabyte. So for the first 1,000 gigabytes worth of data that it looks at, it's about $2 per gigabyte. And again, that can get expensive pretty quickly if you have a large-scale network and you're maintaining a lot of CloudWatch data. We also want to take advantage of automated alerting anywhere we can. Again, we're going to use Amazon for the example on this one, but this is not the only online service that offers automated alerting. If it's offered, we highly recommend you take advantage of it. In Amazon's case, we can set up automated alerting for things like guard duty findings, for suspicious activity, for overusage or underusage of a system. We can set up alerts for when data is being pulled out of an S3 bucket or loaded into an S3 bucket, so we can check data exfiltration. A lot of different things we can look for, and you can custom define these to absolutely suit the exact environment that you're using. This isn't a one-size-fits-all solution. It's very, very customizable, and we actually really recommend it.